Streaks on the china, never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one's spared.
What's up, everyone? We got a special Top 5 Friday for you tonight. It's actually going to be a Top 20. And the subject is our favorite TV show theme songs.
Everybody loves a top 10 video. Hey you know you love it too. Here's our top 10 video.
Before we start, there's a couple of rules that we set for ourselves here. One, it can't be someone's song already. It can't be a song like, for example, Bosom Buddies used My Life by
Billy Joel, right?
Thank you, Billy Joel. If you don't know what that sounds like this.
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home.
Things like the Wonder Years of the Friends theme song, that's disgusting. Those were songs already made, and then the TV show used them. We can't do that. We also took out cartoons. We took cartoons out of the list too, so you won't see The Simpsons on here. So...
Wait a minute, I just realized, could we have used Fraggle Rock?
We could have used Fraggle Rock. It's not animation.
We'll put that in with the animation. We'll put that in with the animation episode and just call it kids.
Or how about, just
shows.
kids shows.
Kids shows.
All right.
So...
Am I in frame?
Yeah, you're in frame. We're good. All right, so let's get started here.
20.
We got our cheat sheet.
Yeah, we have a cheat sheet. We sat here for literally 3 hours trying to come up with this list.
So it's scientific.
It's very scientific.
Very scientific.
It's scientific as it can be because we all kind of have different number ones. But anyway, starting at number 20 is the Andy Griffith Show. My dad used to watch this show all the time, so it's ingrained in my head.
Yeah, it's such a simple little melody. It's whistling. There's no other music, but it's so catchy, you know? It's timeless.
And that's why it's on this list.
19.
Number 19, because I too was born in West Philadelphia. I really wasn't, but The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air.
Basically, now this song's gonna be stuck in your head all day.
Yeah, the thing I love about the intro on this one is the very end where he's going like that with his neck. It always drove me crazy. Now I'm dizzy.
18.
Go for it.
So number 18, this is one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid, and it has a really awesome theme song, and that is Mr. Ed.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed.
Back then in the 50s and 60s, they really knew how to make a theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would watch this show on Nick at Night, and I would just be singing it like constantly.
What's funny is the stupid horse's mouth moved. Now either they put peanut butter in its like under its gums, or they stuck a carrot up its ass. I heard both explanations.
He'd be like, Wilbur, oh Will. Remember the episode where he played for the Dodgers? He had a bat in his mouth. He's like,
stupid horse.
and dude, the part where he slides in the third base.
17.
All right, for number 17 is another show that I constantly watched, and that was the Beverly Hillbillies.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea.
What a great song, man.
What a great song.
This song basically, it tells you what the show's about in the song. It tells the story of the show. And as far as writing goes, songs should tell stories, and this is the perfect example.
That really was a running theme in theme songs back then. You see, like, yeah, it did tell you exactly what the show was about. You knew what you were getting into, and
it was so catchy.
It was catchy.
Ellie Mae was just like, oh man.
16.
Number 16, the Jeffersons.
Well, we're moving on now to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on.
Again, intro telling a story. These guys went from rags to riches. And honestly, it's been sampled by Nelly, so that has to tell you it's good if a rapper sampled it, right? Maybe.
Rapper. You said no.
Whatever. The Jeffersons.
Honorable mentions.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all. From there you have the facts of life, the facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you're growing. Now you know about the facts of life, the facts of life.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound.
15.
Number 15, the Brady Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing us 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
This is one of those theme songs where they have the whole family singing it, which was something that was really big in the 80s. I think this is done the best, though.
Well, something a lot of people don't notice is like each season, this song was a little bit different. Like at the first, it was like all the boys singing, and I think it was like all the girls, and then like all of them, or something like that. Whatever.
14.
All right, so number 14 is one of my favorite shows of all time, The Munsters. How can you not love The Munsters? It's like the best 60s TV show and theme song of all time.
Where would this actually have been on your list if this was your top 20?
If it was my, probably like number 4. Yeah, and that tells you something. That tells you some good stuff on that list.
There's some good
love
stuff,
The Munsters.
Yeah. Again, though, this is science.
This is science.
13.
So for number 13, another personal favorite of mine growing up, Different Strokes.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come 2. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world.
This was just one of those really great theme songs from the 80s that, in my opinion, was a little bit better than the show. I did enjoy the show.
Song's better than the show.
I did enjoy the show.
It's kind of like the top 5. You watch the intro and then skip the rest.
But the theme song, man, this is like a lost art theme songs, you know? They don't do it like they used to. And this is a really good example.
Hang on, wait, so basically reverse of this show, you skip the theme song to watch the top 5.
No. The thing about like this and a lot of those 80s, it's like those happy-go-lucky 80s songs. You had the real synth type songs, and then you had the happy-go-lucky ones.
True. Okay, we're about to run out of battery. Hang on, we can finish this though.
12.
Number 12, Hawaii 5-0. Basically, this song is the quintessential beach song, the quintessential surfer song. This is a strong song. It's perfect for this show.
Just an instrumental, but it's so iconic, I guess. You know, it's so recognizable that you automatically know what it's from.
I know when I'm surfing, I listen to it.
More honorable mentions.
All right, number 11. Cheers. Really?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
This is one of those things where like you hear Cheers, it's like, wow, it's that low on your list. I'm kind of surprised too. I figured it'd be higher, but that just, when we were going through this, there were so many good songs that something like Cheers is knocked down to, I guess, a second tier.
It's a scientific algorithm that we came up with, so we can't argue with it.
I'll say this about Cheers. It seems to really cheer you up.
But
to be continued.
That's number 2211. Join us next week where we do the top 10
greatest theme songs
of all time that we like.
Our personal.
Yeah, our personal favorite. Not that the great. You know what we fucking mean.
Worst outro ever.
Clearly is a chode.